Hello, beautiful intentional souls. Welcome back to my channel. It's Chelle. This is Pragmatic Empathy, where I like to raise conscious living and use intuitive guidance to help uplift your overall energy. Today's video is about career guidance. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So for those of you that want to go ahead and fast forward, please go ahead. And I just want to say thank you for those of you that are supporting my Etsy shop, booking me for personal readings, checking out my candles. I just want to say thank you. Even those of you just watching this video or even giving it a like or commenting which pile you picked also helps get me in the algorithm. So again, I just want to say thank you for your overall energy in watching this video. I look forward to giving you some guidance today. All right, I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. So we have here your past for your career energy, and we have over here your future for your career energy. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the 9 of Pentacles first. So in the past, pile number 1, you've really stood in places that you felt comfortable, and this is mostly because I feel like you have gotten along really well with your peers. I feel like you're very, very dependable. So you may even be an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo are coming through, but you could also be any other signs, and that these signs might actually be placed in your chart, possibly your Saturn, possibly your moon, your sun, your rising. But back to this energy of your work. You have worked in places possibly for other people, and you have stayed there for so long because you've gotten along so well with who you work with. I feel like you have entered a time to close the door from this workplace. I think that you are finally entering a time of independence with this Queen of Swords sign. I feel like you finally learned how to take your career more seriously, and I feel like you are someone who is trying to become more independent in your workplace, and your spirit guides, your angels want to let you know today that in your future this is not only possible, this is probable, because of right now in the direction that you're going in. This is what it looks like, because you're able to cut the vines that are in the way. You're moving the things that are in the way, and that is your comfort zone. You're moving out of your comfort zone, whether you're trying new things, you're going to new places, you're going to reach elevated new heights because you're gaining the endurance to do this. And you are someone who is not expecting anyone to rescue you. No person, place, or thing. You are building your own, whether this is a business, whether this is climbing a career ladder. You are someone who is going to be in charge of a lot in the near future, right? In the next 9 weeks, 9 months, you are going to definitely see results of breaking out of your comfort zone. So let's see what other energy we have. We have over here door to spirit. I love that I was saying closing the door. What did I say, spirit, earlier? I said you were closing the door to certain things. I'd have to literally rewind myself, like maybe a minute and a half ago. I would go back and I talked about something about closing the door to your comfort zone, to certain places, people, and things that you were working for. And spirit's literally coming through with this door to spirit. They're guiding you towards this new opportunity. They're telling you it's going to require a calculated risk, and you may feel vulnerable by putting yourself through this door. But when you have the confidence of grace of spirit in your heart, that charisma, that energy of enlightenment, you're going to reach great heights, pile number 1. So let's see in like what direction, what movement is this career opportunity going in. We have 40, follow the leader. I love this because I was talking about you're going to be in charge of a lot soon. We have independence, we have follow the leader, 40, 32. These may be significant numbers. They're actually 5 and 4. So recognizing by balancing the things around you, it's going to bring a big change. You have to become the leader of your life, and things will follow into place. So things are going to work out in divine order, divine timing. We have this tree of life right here with the grandmaster, grandfather clock. So this could be some grandfather energy as well coming through, letting you know that you are capable. They are so proud of you. They want you to lead your life. They want you to not let anyone tell you how to do it, how to be it, and how to approach it. They want you to experiment and experience this life with yourself in charge. So I feel like they have a lot of confidence in you, this grandfather energy. Even if they're still present with you, they could still be coming through in spirit, because we have the door to spirit right here. So it's just letting you know that you are someone with enough charisma, enough energy, and someone with pure intentions that you are meant to be a leader. So continue to allow yourself to also understand that you're not responsible to be the complete leader for everyone and everything. And it's important for you to accept positive role models and influential leaders that are going to help expand your skill set and mindset. So be open to this path. Okay, we have the door to spirit. We have this path coming through. So this over here is some overall energy. This is from the successful oracles. So these are two very successful people that are going to come through. We have Serena Williams and Michael Jordan. So you could be someone who's very athletic, tennis, basketball, just any sort of sports. You may like hiking, climbing, riding bicycles, cycling, I should say, or just be into athletics. So whether this is baseball, whatever is calling out to you, or these could have been two people that you really looked up to as a kid, and they really Serena Williams, she came from a specific area that wasn't the best. Michael Jordan, he also came from somewhere that demographically wasn't the best, but they both had to build their endurance. We were talking about this independence card. They had to build their endurance so that they can be able to climb these elevated heights. Wow, beautiful. So let's go ahead and read what these cards have to say. It says, a podium finish doesn't mean you're done. Yes. Sell a style that can't be bought. Be your own umpire. So before I finish, that's beautiful, because I was listening to a license plate or something on the road, whether it was like a billboard or it was a seat on the bus stop, and it said, I am selling homes with the utmost love and care. So anyways, something about be your umpire reminded me of that. Your utmost, your umpire. So you have to do things with your utmost love and care, and recognizing that your home is not a destination. It's something that you're building inside, is what I'm getting with this card. And also make sure that you are recognizing you are meant to be a unique individual. You are not meant to be a carbon copy. So continue to not be afraid to have that strong, independent warrior spirit that you naturally have. And then we have Michael Jordan saying, reach for the highest vertical jump. Metaphorically is fine. I love how we were talking about reaching great heights, and this comes through. Trademark your trademarks. Make it an old habit to try something new. Yeah, make it something like, it's going to become routine to be trying new things, and it's going to be a little bit monotonous, but you know what? That's because you are living. When you are living, sometimes life becomes a little monotonous, and something exciting will come unexpectedly. Don't worry. And then trademark your trademarks. Make sure that you are recognizing the unique style that you bring is also a trademark. So make sure that you are acknowledging what unique presence you bring, and use that awareness to influence your career. All right, so over here we have, what are you manifesting? We have justice. Wow, we're getting this very pure white energy, white angel energy. Letting you know that you are bringing justice to yourself. Full moon energy may be strong for your manifestation. Make sure that you are using the full moon to recharge, to rest, to recalibrate, to realign to what it is you desire, bringing justice to what it is you desire, taking care of the things around you, contracts, making sure that you are not accepting less than you deserve, making sure that you are valuing your time, your presence, and your energy. Pile number one, you are very, very influential. So make sure that you are recognizing how important you are, and you are recognizing how valuable you are. Each thing you say or do, and your act, your character, you inspire other people, just like Serena Williams and Michael Jordan naturally do. They don't need to read tarot. They don't need to do anything to inspire others. They just do it with their character. Okay, so over here we have 37, realization. This is your overall energy before we close, and then I also have some charms I'm going to pull. Realization. So right now you're probably wondering, what is in between, right? We have the past, the future. Right now, the in between is you're going through a realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So you're becoming your highest expression in this world. You are shedding a skin that no longer vibrates with this vibration, and you are coming from a heart center. This is what this green energy is coming from. This is your heart chakra, finding balance, because before you were giving too much of your love, of your energy away, and now you're finding balance, and this realization is giving you this heart-centered truth for you to break through in this door to spirit, for you to have this independence, to become a leader, for you to give yourself justice, so that you can remember that reaching for that highest vertical, so that you can remember to reach for that highest vertical jump metaphorically is fine. Recognizing a podium finish doesn't mean you're done. You are a masterpiece and a work in progress, pile number 1. Before I close, I will go ahead and pull some charms. Let's see. So what messages, what signs will you be receiving from your spirit guides, pile number 1, towards your career? We have 2. We have the cheerleader and we have the star. I love this. I was really hoping we'd get the cheerleader charm at some point so I can tell a story. And also we have this star letting you know, okay, we'll go to the star after, since I'm really clearly excited over the cheerleader charm. So the universe is clearly your cheerleader in supporting you in your career. And also the universe is letting you know that you can't give up on what it is you want. Even if you're not feeling good, you're not feeling your best, it doesn't mean that you should stop doing what it is you're doing. If you're not getting generating clients, if you're not generating the attention, if you're not generating the awareness or the acknowledgement that you want, it doesn't mean you should give up. It means you should continue to try. You can rest, you can sit back, but you have to continue to try. So my example is going to be at work. I heard someone talking about their niece and how she's going to cheer practice. They're like, I don't know why she's going to cheer practice today. Her leg is broken anyway. Like, why is she even going? Just nagging about her. But I was literally proud, and I think she's low-key proud of her too. I think we're both proud of her. Like, you know, her leg is broken, but she still wants to go to practice. So, you know, I'm sure Michael Jordan and Serena Williams have been through this as well. They're probably spiritually being like, yes, we've been there. Even though we've been injured, we'll still go sit at practice. We'll still watch. We'll still listen. It's important to be a listener. And that was just a little story that came through pile number 1. So continue to adapt to your surroundings and recognize that sometimes things may unexpectedly seem like they are pulling away from you, but they're actually going to gravitate closer to you. So don't give up on what it is you want. Continue to practice, continue to listen, continue to put your work out there. You are going to be receiving a lot of realizations that are going to be leading you to greater independence. Thank you, pile number 1, for letting me deliver this message. Please like, comment, or subscribe if any of that resonated. You can always book me for a personal reading. Take care. Hello, pile number 1. You guys have the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords to start for your career reading. This is going to start as your past, and this is going to start as your future for your career. So right now we're entering a time of healing, and that means that you've been doing a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of, I feel like, harvesting with this Knight of Pentacles energy, and I feel like the universe is asking you to trust that during this time of growth, during this time of planting your seeds, you're going to allow this time of germination, when plants are growing, basically entering that stage, there is a time of rest, and that's what you're entering with this Four of Swords energy, this time of healing, understanding when it is time to get off the bull, right? It's important to step off the bull while you're still ahead. And I feel like this trust that this man has with his bull is the trust that the universe is asking you to have with them. I feel like financially, you are someone who's very responsible. I feel like you understand that you are always taken care of. And I feel like you are someone who is good at collaborating. You may be someone who's just artistic, someone who a carpenter, good with your hands is what I'm hearing. So I feel like whatever it is that you do, you're a very physical worker, and the universe is asking you to step out of your boundaries and trust that you've done enough physical labor. It's time to expand your consciousness when it comes to your work and how you can make money. You don't have to do it all physically. And yes, you can incorporate your physical labor if you're doing something you love, artistic expression, creative, carpentry, whatever it is that you like or enjoy. It's important to do it, but don't overwork yourself to the point where you're gonna be burnt out, because regardless, you're going to be entering a time where you need to let the seeds grow and allow yourself to not burn out so that you can receive your harvest sooner. Because I do feel like you're someone who goes through waves of times where you are, I guess, making more money than usual, and I feel like it's just because you are someone who makes money more creatively, and that just means that it comes in waves. Like the ocean is so creative, the ocean is expansive, the ocean is deep, the ocean is mysterious, and sometimes I feel like that's kind of how your career feels, mysterious. And I feel like that's because you're keeping yourself busy, and just because you're busy doesn't mean you're being productive. So take the time to reevaluate your productivity is what I'm hearing, pile number 2. So let's see what other energy we have towards your career. We have accident possibilities and door to personal healing and happiness. Beautiful. So I'm glad you stumbled upon this video, because Spirit just wants to let you know that you need to slow down. Okay, it says adjacent possibilities. Okay, now I see adjacent possibilities. So don't worry, it's not accident possibilities, but I am feeling like when I was talking about stepping off the bull while you're ahead, it's important for you to, not take too many, don't risk taking red lights, don't put yourself at these risks that you shouldn't, and make sure that you are being open to these possibilities. You're putting yourself in room of red lights, because when you're at a red light, you never know what opportunity you're actually getting as a blessing. You might actually get in line. Let's hypothetically pretend you're going to a drive-through to your favorite coffee place or your favorite I don't know, you're in drive-through somewhere, right? So you got a red light and now you're 5 minutes later to this drive-through place, but because you waited at that red light, now you're receiving this random blessing because the person in front of you just wanted to pay for your meal. Like random blessings, or like someone lets you go ahead of them in line, like you get a patient person that just sends you that calming energy that you needed because you waited a little. These are just little hidden disguises and blessings and angels that come into our life randomly, and those are messages from your spirit guides as well. So recognize your spirit guides, your angels, your blessings in your day. This will open the doors to these adjacent possibilities. Stop rushing through your day. Take your time, because this is going to open the door to personal healing and happiness. Okay, we have 6 and 7 coming through. We have 24 and 34, which adds to 6 and 7. So you're definitely in the middle of a process. And right now, Spirit's asking you to be open to opening this door to personal healing and happiness. This is not a race. This is a process. So enjoy your progress and allow yourself to be open to the healing that wants to happen, because I feel like you may have been running away from certain emotions. I'm getting earth and air signs coming through. We have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This could be in your moon, your sun, your rising, your Saturn. These could be people in your life, or this could be a time in your life that is important. Just be open to the adjacent possibilities. Right now, you're entering a time of personal healing and happiness, because healing brings happiness. You cannot buy happiness. You can only be happiness. And by healing, you are going to transcend happiness. So let's see how fast this career change, this direction is moving. We are entering a time of education. So right now, it's going to take some time of practice, some time of learning. And by educating yourself, you're going to become a master at whatever it is that you're creating. Seeing the energy of the egret. So you may be seeing egrets. These are going to be signs of family. So you are going to be creating a lot of magic in your career because you're going to be building a family, is what I'm hearing. So be open to that possibility. For those of you that don't want a family, you're going to be building a big community. So be open to that expression as well. Over here we have a successful oracle that came through. So we're going to see what successful oracle influence we have towards your career. We have Angela Merkel. So she is I believe she's a politician from the Czech Republic. I'm not very sure. But it says a penny saved is a problem solved. No big debt goes unpunished. The free world has a lot overheard. So I feel like she's someone with a very open, broad mindset of what the world can be, and someone who believes in solutions. And it's important for you to bring that solution diplomatic energy, because you're someone who has that with that air and that earth energy. You're someone who is grounded in reality, but you also know how to be cutthroat. In other words, you know how to be blunt when necessary, and you have the social awareness to be tactful about it. So recognize that is a power, whether you work in the education system, whether you're a teacher, therapist, or you work around the government. Recognize that you are someone who is able to bring peace to your community. So continue to use that influence towards your career. What are you manifesting? Pile number 2, compassion. You are finding the time to have compassion for yourself. That's what you're healing, right? So you're probably wondering what's in between. I was gonna use this other card, but apparently Spirit wants you to say compassion. Okay, we talked about the past and the future, but right now you are going through a time of compassion. Look at the world here, right? The world is telling you it's time to slow down and to put the universe in your hands, right? Stop looking for the universe. Stop looking for space, because space is in the emptiness. These things, these objects, these words, these places, these things that fill up the void, those are just there to help you create more. Your mission is to create more compassion, and recognize the stillness is grounding. And wherever you are in the process, you can always come back to center by bringing more compassion to your life. Pile number 2. Let's see. So we have the last card before I'm moving to your charms. We have coherence. So this is the overall energy for your career. You are entering a time of coherence. The number 13. You're really connecting to your spirit guides, to your belief system, to what it is you want for your future. And that's because you are entering a time of coherence. You are finding balance with your mind, body, and soul. It says the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. So because you're having compassion for yourself, your heart is aligning with the frequency of your mind, creating an overall coherence for this healing process. Things are going to move a lot faster the sooner you accept healing into your life. Let's see what charms do your spirit guides have for your career. What charms do they have as messages? We have one coming through. Beautiful. We have the dragonflies. So you may be seeing a lot of dragonflies. Purple dragonflies may be very special, because I've never seen a purple dragonfly before. But you may be seeing a purple dragonfly. This is going to be a significant sign, or an indigo type color. Be open to being near water as well. So if you're looking for something that's healing, you can find healing near waterfalls, near creeks, near nature. Just putting your hands in water, as well as letting your feet stay grounded in the grass, in the dirt, in the rocks, but just allowing yourself to travel to new places. And that could be, this is actually a dragonfly symbol as well. So allowing yourself to find the sacred geometry in the nature around you is going to be very healing. Pile number 2. Continue to trust the universe. This is going to bring a lot of coherence towards your career, and continue to have compassion for yourself. You're going through a time of learning, which is going to bring you great opportunities when it comes to influencing your community. Thank you so much for tuning in, pile number 2. Please like, comment, or subscribe if any of that resonated. You can always book me for a personal reading. Take care. All right, we're gonna move on to pile number. Hello, pile number 3. So we have the overall energy of the 9 of Wands and the King of Swords towards your career. Over here we have your past. Over here we have your future. So we're gonna talk about the 9 of Wands first. So I feel like in your career, you were someone who doesn't do a lot of speaking. I'm feeling like some energy of you're someone who works more behind the scenes, or you're someone who, when you do speak, it's very important. So you could be in a very important role, such as owner, or even someone who is a assistant or medical practitioner type energy. Either way, this could be just your education field coming through. Someone who is very well educated is coming through. So recognizing your determination has brought you to where you are. And I feel like you're wondering, what is next? What is next for me? Because you're someone who is constantly mastering things. I feel like you've mastered maybe certain instruments. You have just expanded your skill sets. And I feel like you are someone who is very determined in this lifetime to succeed, is what I'm hearing. And you are finding happiness through your internal circumstances, not your external world. And I feel like in the past you found a lot of happiness through external means, and during this present moment, Spirit has been challenging you to find happiness more internally, which I feel like is leading you to this new direction. With this King of Swords energy, I'm feeling like this breeze of like transcending a new era is what I'm hearing. And I feel like you had to make a decision to cut certain things out of your life. With this King of Swords, I feel very masculine energy. I feel like you really had to stop having so much fun. With this Knight of Wands energy, I'm feeling a lot very playful spirit. I feel like you had to find more discipline in order for you to get to the next stage, because I feel like you want to be taken more seriously, and Spirit wants to let you know you are going to be taken more seriously. You're going to be someone who people are going to be asking for advice in your career field. People are going to be actually wondering if they can take courses, if they can get educated by, if you can educate them, or if you can help sell their products, ambassadors. There's going to be a lot of opportunity is what I'm hearing in expansion, because you have this determined sacral energy. You have a very strong orange sacral chakra, which is your aura right now, and you are someone who is magnetic right now. So let's see what energy we have coming through. We have financial constraints, 7th chakra, Uriel. This chakra, this archangel, is the light of God. So Spirit's really asking you with the number 13 as well right now. They're letting you know to recognize right now you may feel constrained, whether this is financially, emotionally, spiritually, and you are being asked to call upon your archangels, call upon your higher self, and to find balance and harmony during this time, and to recognize all your needs will be taken care of. Continue to do things with such energy of determination, with the energy of you can do this, with the energy of I am able to get back up even if I fall, and recognizing that this determination is going to always get you through it. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so within. So remember that you have that energy, and this is going to lead you to being this, this King of Swords energy, which is a very methodical, a very meticulous, a very intelligent king, someone who will do what needs to be done for the best of their kingdom, because they have the intentions for the highest good. So continue to do things with that intention for the highest good, and find balance during this time. You're being asked to not spend a lot of money, to recognize that it's okay to save. It's okay, just like bears during the winter, they hibernate, they collect, and they don't continue eating because they're hibernating, right? So it's important for you to recognize that life is cyclical. Life is cycles, and sometimes we come around to the same thing and find a deeper truth. That is natural. That is what is supposed to happen. Recognize that this right here is temporary. So continue to have faith and to allow your intuition to guide you. I see that you're very intuitive as well. Over here we have what direction and how fast are you going. We have mountain. Okay, so you are moving at a direction of I'm seeing you move at move at the beat of your own drum, is what I'm hearing. And you're someone who understands that, because you want to reach the top of the mountain. You don't want to run out of water, you don't want to run out of breath, and you are finding balance in order to get there. And you are really connecting to your, I'm seeing a divine masculine energy again, just letting you know. To call upon that. I'm hearing Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, that masculine spirit around you, whether this is actually a spirit around you, to help guide you if you're ever feeling like you are alone. You are never alone. You can always call upon your spirit guides, your angels, your higher self. You may feel a little silly, but when you ask questions in your head, and you may be questioning what voices are my spirit guides. Well, I can give you an example. Have you ever looked at the time and seen the time, right? You've looked at the time, okay, you look at the time. But have you ever heard something say, what time is it, in your head? Have you ever just been like, what time is it, in your head? And you look at the time and it's like 4:44 or 3:33, and it's like a significant number to you? That was your spirit guide telling you, look at the time. Because unless you're someone who's expecting something, right? If I'm expecting someone to be at my station at 4 o'clock, I'm going to be continuously questioning myself, what is the time? But have you ever been driving or just been doing something, and randomly in your head, something just says, what is the time? Just moments like that, something that just like brings your awareness, draws your attention. That's your spirit guides trying to bring your focus back to your purpose, back to your destiny. And your destiny is when your soul leads you to unknown places. So allow your soul to lead you to this mountain, to this beautiful unknown place. Okay, so over here we have some influential energy. This is Sheryl Sandberg. So this is from the Successful Oracles. This is an influential energy we have towards your career. It says login. So you may be someone who's not used to using social media or exposing whatever it is that you do through that, or advertising, or working through that way, or connecting to others or community through that way. Spirit's asking you to log in a little bit. You may not even have to use it. You can use it to just communicate with others, to also look at other people's projects, and just to get overall inspiration. It says the news feed is always starving, and maybe the news feed might need something that you have. There might be something that you're not wanting to share, that you're holding out on sharing. And Spirit's asking you to share this because it's going to be more appreciated than you recognize. It says update your terms and conditions. You can always change your bio. You don't ever have to keep anything permanent. There's beauty in the impermanence of everything. So whatever it is you write, you can always change it. But recognize that words once spoken are said, and they carry a vibration. So make sure that you're speaking in a vibration that you want to hold. And it's okay to change your vibration and to update your terms and conditions, is what I'm hearing. Over here we have, what are you manifesting? Pile number 3, forgiveness. So you're entering a time of forgiveness over here in the middle with this determination and decisions. You are forgiving whatever financial constraint, whether this was someone around you, whether you have a partner, children, things that are around you that you have to spend your money on, whatever. Anyways, you're learning how to forgive the world for not being what you expect it to be. You are learning how to forgive yourself for not being all that you can be. You are not meant to be a money tree. You are meant to be a human being. And this experience requires some forgiveness. So allow yourself to experience the beauty in the art of forgiving. Pile number 3. This is going to move mountains for you. And we have the overall energy for you is consciousness. Yes, this forgiveness and this moving mountains and you coming back from whatever hibernation is going to be because you've raised your consciousness. You've entered this time of enlightenment. It says the frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. You are going to be including more multidimensional aspects of yourself in your reality. While I'm looking at the time right now, I have left is 1:11, 1 hour and 11 minutes left to record, and my battery's at 40%. So seriously, you are raising consciousness. I did not look at the time. Oh, you're the pile I was talking about this synchronicity. I love when my spirit guides do that. Like, I don't look at the time, nothing inside me. I don't know, have a reason to look. And all of a sudden, I'm like making sure the card is straight. I'm like, let me look at the time. And I looked, and right when I did that, now it's at 39%. But right when I did that, it was at 111, which is 111, and at 40%. So your spirit guides are here. They're telling you, you may be seeing 111 a lot. You may be seeing the number 4. That's telling you your angels are there. Whatever synchronicities, whatever law of correspondence you want to use around you, recognize that is consciousness, and your consciousness is raising. You are entering a time of like a blue being is what I'm saying, very blue being, which is a multi-dimensional energy, and use this to amplify your financial constraints. Recognize you are supported, and there are ways that are going to, there are avenues of income that are going to come unexpectedly. So be open to this. And what charms do we have as messages from your spirit guides, pile number 3? All right, we have 2. I'm only pulling 1 or 2 charms for this because these charms are going to be very significant towards your career. We have Paris, the Eiffel Tower, France coming through. So letting you know that you may be traveling a lot for your career. You may be going to new places, or you may be moving, especially with mountains, maybe moving a big distance. So that's why you needed time to rebuild yourself financially. Your determination is why you are deserving of this bigger opportunity. So recognize right now you entered a time of recalibrating yourself so that you can finally have the consciousness to be able to accept and make the decision of what is to come for you. We have the energy of the frog, which is a very adaptable, also reminds me of meditating. Meditate more will help you, and just stillness and just acceptance, hopping from leaf to leaf, and also just finding comfort in the dirt, finding comfort in the unknown, okay? Because frogs, when they're cold, they go and they find their warmth in the dirt. So it's important for you to know that sometimes we can find comfort in the unknown, and that is okay. Continue to practice that forgiveness. This is going to expand your consciousness, which is going to bring more career opportunities of expansion. There are mountains that are moving for you, pile number 3. Thank you for allowing me to deliver this message. Please like, comment, or subscribe if any of that resonates. You can always book me for a personal reading. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. I'm so excited to deliver this career reading for you. We have the 10 of Wands over here and the 4 of Wands over here. What I love about the order of this came in is usually the 10 are what you want to see in your future, but this 10 of Wands, this 10 is the 10 of Wands, and in this one in particular is about burdens. So I feel like in the past you've had a lot of burdens. You've been maybe you've wanted to expand, you wanted to try something new, you wanted to go into a different field, you wanted to educate yourself in something different than what you initially did in the past. And you carried a lot of ancestral trauma, a lot of weight that wasn't yours, whether this was a relationship that you were carrying that held a lot of weight on your shoulders. I'm seeing that you are finally taking the time, and during this age of Aquarius, this age of innovation, to take time for yourself. And you're releasing the burdens of your past, which is the pleasing other people and the expectations of society or your community, family, friends, whatever person, place, or thing held weight on you, created burdens, because no person is a burden, but there was energy that subconsciously, that unconsciously, that completely didn't mean to, but got in the way of what you desired, of what your heart wanted. And what this 4 of Wands is showing is freedom. You're finally entering this time of celebration. 4 of Wands could also mean birthdays. Happy birthday if any of you are having birthdays this month. And it could also just mean a time of celebration, It could mean engagement. It could mean marriage. But this is commitment to yourself is what I'm seeing with this Four of Wands. And this commitment to yourself is giving you the financial freedom and the freedom to finally go for what it is you want, and for you to try new things, for you to develop your skill set, whatever it is that you are trying to approach, for you to finally do more of it, to finally make more time for it, whether you're dedicating an actual space for it, whether you are creating a portfolio, or you're getting you're upgrading your tools, you are getting more organized, whatever it is that you are doing to create this freedom, Spirit is recognizing you for that, and they're asking you to continue to make that commitment for yourself, pile number 4. So let's see what overall energy we have. We have the World, and we have Archangel Raphael. The number 29, which adds to 11, and 38, which also adds to 11. We're getting 11. 11 may be significant for you. Your wishes are coming true. So don't worry. Don't feel like any of your time was wasted. That time was character built. You are someone who has a strong connection with the world, strong empathy. You are highly empathetic, clairsentient. You are someone who is able to really relate with others and understand others because you have a strong connection with the world. This has created a stronger connection with your peers, and this has made you a wiser person to be able to approach things with such confidence and trust is wisdom, because you are not coming from a place of judgment. You are allowing the world to interpret how you're feeling. You are not interpreting the world. You are allowing the world to be your beacon. And I feel like you are someone who has gone through a lot of ego deaths. You are someone who's just a very enlightened person because you are someone who has a lot of trust in the world. And Archangel Uriel or Archangel Raphael is coming through, letting you know it's okay to take time to heal. You have carried the burdens. You have carried the weight of your ancestors for so long. You've carried so much weight on your shoulders that, you know, you see, for example, today, this is coming through, on my way to work, I saw a bunch of cars on the freeway with their blinkers on, their emergency lights on. I was like, oh, my heart immediately fell. I knew exactly what it was. I didn't have to see the first car. And I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it was a funeral. And you feel energy, and you absorb that energy, and you start to have empathy for those people. You recognize, oh my gosh, that was someone's child. Whether they're a grown person, 80 years old, 40 years old, you still see them for who they are and who they could be. And I feel like that energy is something so pure and so beautiful, and that is divine. Okay, that is something that connects you to your angels. That pure intention and that empathy you have for the world is something that connects you deeper to your higher self. So recognize that as a strength. If you're someone who finds empathy, if you see someone else who's going through something, you know, recognize that it's not your job to fix them, but it's okay to feel for them. And the best thing you can do for someone who's in those circumstances is to send them love. Send them virtual love. Not literally, you don't have to like all their posts, but you can literally, energetically, metaphysically send them love. I bless people all the time when I'm driving. It's like if someone's driving crazy on the road, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're going through. Let me bless them really quick. Good luck. You know what I mean? Rather than absorbing their anxiety, absorb the peace of your angels. Okay, we're going to move on to what speed, what movement is your career going in. We have spark. You're moving in this time of spark. You are finding inspiration in your daily living. You are finding compassion for the world around you, and this is creating sparks of creativity. Continue to allow these bursts of momentum to influence your career. I feel like you may be wanting to dance, wanting to play music. Allow yourself to listen to what it is you're craving. If you're someone who has deprived yourself for so long of listening to the radio station, of choosing where you get to eat, of making the decisions yourself, finally allow yourself the freedom to express your spark, express your individuality, pile number 4. And we have over here a successful oracle person that's going to influence your career. We have Elon Musk. Okay, so is he Amazon guy? I think he's Amazon. So it says, you can't make an omelet without risking a few nest eggs. Ericus lacked a better spacecraft. Hitch your wagon to the future and design itself. Oh, SpaceX. Okay, I think he's SpaceX. Hitch your wagon to the future and design it yourself. So what I'm seeing is someone who is, I mean, you may be someone who wants to like live off the grid, live kind of more in a revolutionary way. And I'm hearing you may be someone who's into investing, or someone who's just into the stars, into astrology. So continue to find your avenue to reach your destination, but recognize that destination is ultimately not better than a wagon. So if you're trying to go from a wagon to a spacecraft, recognize ultimately whatever you design is your destination. And what this Elon Musk card is giving me the vibes of is letting you know, like, creating your own home. And you don't have to seek far to build it. You can create from your garage. So allow yourself to indulge in making an omelet, right? You're such a, like, you probably wouldn't even want to hurt a fly sometimes. Sometimes you have to clear the space, and that requires dusting, that requires moving, and that requires letting go of certain things that we no longer need. And it's not because you don't care, it's because you care so much about yourself. It's time to move forward for this future design that wants to come to fruition. So you are someone with a very creative mind, and this is going to help you become more independent and financially free. So what are you manifesting? Pile number 4, empowerment. Yes, so I do feel like you were someone in the past who would just kind of passive. You were just a good listener, and you are still a good listener, but you're also recognizing how to use your throat chakra, when to speak up. I feel like maybe you've been working with the stars, with astrology coming out in the full moon. This has really helped build your confidence. Continue to work with the stars as guidance if this is helping you feel empowered. There's nothing wrong with finding your alignment with the universe and allowing the world around you to symbolically help build your empowerment. This is going to help give you financial freedom by recognizing that you are capable and that you are deserving, you are valuable, and you are learning. So continue to allow this spark that's coming through. This looks like the same person, this long-haired person. So just letting you know, continue to allow what I see with long hair as well as ancestors. I feel like this connection when I see long hairs to this ancient knowledge. So this ancient knowledge that you're developing is going to be creating sparks and empowerment, and allow this ancient knowledge to be comforting. Not everything has to be of trauma. Some things can be of actual ancient wisdom. Not everything has to be so dark, but duality exists. It's the finding neutrality that really helps you connect with this crown chakra, is the overall energy. So in between right here of the past and the future is the present, which is the crown chakra, which is the divine connection you have right now. I feel like you are very you know what you believe, and this took a lot of releasing and a lot of reconnecting. It says the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Like I was talking about neutrality and duality 5 seconds ago, black and white. That exists so that you can transmute that energy into light. It will always exist. It's about finding the alchemy in yourself to create what it is you want out of this life. All right, we're going to move on, pile number 4, to a couple charms that are going to symbolically represent a message from your spirit guides towards your career. Got 1 and 2. We got the tree and the heart. All right, we'll talk about the tree because I saw the tree first. So you're really extending your branches. I feel like you have done enough for others. Spirit's asking you, it's time for you to really give to yourself. You don't want to end up being just a stump that was used and depleted. You want to be nourished. You want to give. You want to I'm seeing like an apple tree, a pomegranate tree. You want to be able to bear fruit for others so that you can continue to give, because what is the most comforting thing you can give to someone is food. Okay, in a world, in a day and an age where it has become redundant, it is something that thousands of years ago was in scarcity, food. And if somebody's giving you food, that is a great honor and respect. So when you are a tree, a giving tree, you don't have to give your branches, all your wood. You can reproduce your nourishment of fruit, and it's one of the most highest honors to have. Okay, so we're going to move on to the heart over here, which is letting you know, yes, when you're coming from this place of pure intentional love, when you are giving your food, which is could be like literally thoughts are food, thought, knowledge, right? That divine connection. When you are giving that pure energy to the world, you are not only nourishing yourself, you are nourishing the world, and you are nourishing your career. Believe it or not, when you are someone who is aligned with your purpose, aligned with the world, you are actually becoming more aligned with your career, because they go hand in hand. Pile number 4, thank you so much for allowing me to deliver this message. Please like, comment, or subscribe if any of that resonates. You can always book me for personal reading. Take care.